Hello YouTubers, Jay here. I decided to do a review on my 2016 Chrysler 200S. Now this is actually a really beautiful car. I had a 13 Fusion before this, and there are some pros and cons to it, but I really love this car. It's a gorgeous car, inside and out. And actually this keyless system is really nice. You've got your remote start. And all you have to do, it's a keyless and go type of system. So this door is locked right now. Let me just go up to one of these doors and pull on it. Locked, right? Locked. Okay? But soon as there's a hand sensor on this so that it'll sense the key in your pocket, and as soon as you put your hand around the door, it unlocks. Now let's go inside. The way they laid out this interior is just great. Everything is very like touchy, you know, all soft interior. It's not plasticky feeling, it's all soft, which is great. I only had the 5 Uconnect. What I want to do is I want to upgrade it to the 8.4R, which will give me the nav and the larger screen, and I'll do a video on that when I do it. Beautiful seats, because it's the Chrysler 200S. It has the S logo, leather trimming, and it actually has cloth inserts. These seats are really comfortable and actually have great lumbar support. Okay, so I really love this car. On the steering wheel you have your natural controls. Let's start her up. You press the brake down. Okay, and then you got your push button over here, and you hold it and it starts right up. Okay, this is the 2.4 with the 9-speed. So you have your rotary shifter. All your controls you need are laid out so nice right here, but they're also in the screen. So you got your radio, you got your media, which you can hook up through aux or Bluetooth. Since my phone is hooked up right now, I can stream anything right off my phone onto here. You also have your phone screen. It downloads all your phone book of your phone into your car, which is great. And with your recent calls, works so great. And you would actually, down here is your voice command. You can pick up the phone when someone calls here. You can hang up here, and you can actually use your voice commands with this. And your speakers for that, your mics, are these little bulges on the top of the rear of your mirror. Okay, so this is actually, I really love this car. It's just a beautiful car inside and out. You actually have this little cubby right here, which is great. It actually has the Detroit skyline right there on it. This cup holder I'm like in love with. You press this button and you pull back and you got storage in here, right? Okay, well there's actually, if you can see that, there's a pass-through right here for, let me just move this stuff, your USB jack. And that way you can put it right through there and set your phone inside of there. It's actually quite convenient and it's really cool. This car has been much maligned and I just don't get it. There's more storage there with lighting on the inside. This lights up a beautiful blue during the nighttime. You got your auto lights that I always use with fog lamps on the S. Everything's blacked out. You have lights in the handles, lights down here when it's dark. There's ambient lighting everywhere. It's just, I really am in love with this car. And the thing is that you can actually take your keys out of the car with you, lock it while it's, and leave it running. It's great. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop the hood and check out what's under the hood. Over here it's really simple actually. There's just one little, this is your multi-air 2.4. Yes, it's a little bit noisy, okay, but this has been, it's a great engine. It only puts out 184 horses, but it gives you the power you need. A lot of people say it's underpowered. This car comes with a 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar engine as well. This is the Tiger Shark Multi-Air 2. Multi-air technology is actually a very interesting technology. It is variable valve timing. I'm thinking about going more into detail of that in a later video. But it's really an actually awesome engine. It really gives me the power I need. I do plan on doing some horsepower upgrades. It's at 184. I want it over 200. So we will get to that in some later videos. This also has the 9-speed transmission. People say it's really wonky. Now, I don't believe that myself. I actually think that this rotary dial is actually pretty cool. You get used to it real quick. You got reverse, which you got your backup camera, which it gives you the turning lines. To help line you up. And you actually have a sport mode that just, even with the 4-cylinder, this thing flies. Okay, that sport mode really tightens up the steering. It does a whole lot of things. This car actually has paddle shifters. So it's pretty responsive too. It's not bad. The steering I always thought is really good. I've driven it 5,000 miles since I bought it. And I just love this car. You have your electronic parking brake, which I prefer a hand brake, but this thing does the same. You pull out to set it, push in to disengage it. And then you've got your heat knobs, and all the knobs you need right here as well as up in here. Because you got your compass here, and your climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel. This car is just very, very, very convenient. Now, if I were to get out of the car, we will shut the car off. And this is another cool thing. I'm never taking my keys out of my pocket. Now, there's a button on this handle. You see it? You don't wrap your hand around because that unlocks it. So you just press this button, and you just locked your whole car. Just a beautiful, beautiful car. I really do. Chrysler really knocked it out of the park as far as the looks. Under here, there's a button. Once again, I don't have to take my keys out of my pocket. Boom. It opens up, I mean. You got about 16 cubic feet of space in here. Very nice. It's very spacious. And actually, it does have a 60-40 split. I'm going to unlock the door again. And this car has a 60-40 split. So if I were to pull this, it goes right into the trunk. Also, something that's really cool is if you pull down this rest right here, there's a trunk pass through. You can see right into the trunk back there. So that's pretty great. And you got some cup holders here and a little storage space for when there's only 2 people back here and no one's sitting in the middle. Now this 2.4 liter engine, like I said, 173 foot-pounds of torque, 184 horses, and I think it's enough power. Like I said, the 9-speed, it can be a little wonky at times, and it can have a hard time finding its gear at times, but this car has been very reliable to me, and it gets good gas mileage, you know, because it downshifts. It doesn't shift until you get high up into your RPM. It holds gears really, really well. And that's something that I was looking for. I want it to hold that gear. And especially if you're using your paddle shifters, you can make it hold gears. And if you use your sport mode, it'll hold its gears longer. So this thing has plenty enough power. People say that the V6 is the only option to go with this, and the 4-cylinder just feels laggy. I disagree. I have had a lot slower cars than this. No, you're not going to beat anybody. You're not going to be beating tons of people in races. But you have plenty of power to pass people on the freeway. I don't get why this car is so much maligned. I love this car. Just the easiness of it. The way it drives. Everything about it. It's got a sport suspension that only comes on the S. I just really all out love this car. Like, you know, I'll put it in run, for example. Now let's close the door. Now it comes up with the 200S logo, of course. Now you can scroll through this, things like tire pressure, you know. MPG. Mine's low right now because I've been doing just city driving and a lot of stop and go trip. But then you got all this, but then in the vehicle info, you hit the side buttons and you can get more. Coolant temp, trans temp, oil temp, oil life, battery voltage. There's a lot of really cool things when it comes to this car, and I just don't see why it's so much maligned. You guys can tell me your opinions on it. A lot of people said that the transmissions completely went on them or were going into neutral. This is the 2016 model. They had done their flashes and their updates at this point to where this transmission was now more refined. I wish they wouldn't have done away with this car because this is a really, really good car. I love this car because it's so easy for me to get in and out of. The remote start reaches really far. It's got a lot of little cool things on it, and it's not too lazy. It doesn't have the lane assist and all that stuff. So I got it perfect for what I am. The sound system's pretty good. You know, I love the media setting where I can just hook up my phone. Right, my phone will just Bluetooth hook up to it, and I can play Pandora or play YouTube or whatever I want on there, and it's great. So I want to hear your thoughts about the Chrysler 200S. If you want to leave some comments below, I also would like you to please click like and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of repair videos. Soon I will be doing a video on how to reset your oil life and how to change a cab air filter. With what I sign off with usually is play with shit. I've been playing with this one. We now have 23:69 on the clock. And you all have a good day or night or whenever you're watching this. Thank you, and please subscribe.